In this tutorial we're going to create a very simple sequential program that will convert a temperature that's in Celsius to a temperature that's in Fahrenheit. Basically what we'll do in the program is create two variables, and we'll get input from the user. Now variables are simply areas in memory that are allocated for us to store information that's useful to our program for the duration that our program is running. Okay, and we'll see how this is done in a wee second. So first thing we'll do is we'll grab a when clicked, and we'll put this over here. Next we'll go into variables and we'll make a variable. Now it's always a good idea to name your variables something sensible. So this particular one that we're creating is the temperature in Celsius, and that's what we're going to get from the user. So we're going to call this Celsius. Okay, and we say OK to that. You'll notice a number of things have happened. This palette here, which was originally empty, now has the variable, and it now has a selection of commands that we can use to set or assign a value to the variable, change the variable, show the variable, hide the variable. You'll notice as well that Celsius here has a wee tick beside it, and you'll also notice in here that Celsius is now available and its current value is 0. Now if we click on this here, you'll see that Celsius disappears from our stage view. If we click on this again, it reappears. Okay, so we're just going to leave it as it is just now so that we can see the value of Celsius at this point. So we're going to set the value of Celsius, so we'll take this and drag it onto here, and we're going to set it to not 0 but whatever the user inputs. So we'll go into the input palette, and what we want to do is use this one here at the bottom, the pop-up message and get input, because we want to display a message asking basically the user for a value essentially. So we'll go into here and type in the message, and we'll say please enter a value between 0 and 100. Okay, it's a purely arbitrary range. We could put anything in there, and essentially we're not going to check whether the user puts in 0 to 100. We're just going to assume that they will follow the instruction there. Okay, we can tighten all these things up later, but this is purely just to demonstrate a simple program. So we grab that and we'll attach it in there. So instead of being 0, it will now take the value that the user enters, and just to prove that, if we I'll set this to turbo just now, and if we double click, we should get please enter a value, and we put in a value, and again I'm just simply selecting a value from thin air, 25. So 25 Celsius is the value that we're going to take and convert. At the minute it won't convert anything, but when I click OK here, you should see that in here it changes from 0 to 25, and the program will end. We'll now add a second variable. So we'll go into variables and make a variable, and this time again we'll keep the name sensible and we'll call it Fahrenheit. After all, that's what the temperature will be converted to, and again we'll see it displayed up here, Fahrenheit. So we'll take the set across, and what we're going to do is we're going to set the value of Fahrenheit basically based on the calculation that we're about to go into, and the calculation is that it's Celsius times 9/5 plus 32. Now you'll notice here as well that set is still saying Celsius, so we'll hit the down arrow and we can see Fahrenheit's displayed. We'll click Fahrenheit. So we're going to set Fahrenheit to, as I said, it's based on the calculation of Celsius times 9/5 plus 32. So we'll go back to or we'll go to operators, I should say. And what are the main operators that we want? Well, we have to do a multiplication, we have to do a division, and we have to do an addition. So here, the first thing that we need is to go back to variable, grab Celsius from there and apply it there, because remember what we said, the formula is it's Celsius times 9 divided by 5 plus 32. So in here we'll put in 9. Okay, and remember that when we're looking at this division, the second half of that division is to divide by 5, and again looking at the plus, the second half of the plus is to add 32. So we'll drag all of this and put it in here, because it's Celsius times 9 divided by 5, and then we've got Celsius times 9 divided by 5 plus 32, and you can see hopefully just the shape there of how this formula has been built up. Now it's very important that you be careful with the order of operations when you're doing these things, because adding the 32 before you do the multiplication or division will give you the wrong answer. So you need to be very careful how you lay this out. And we'll take all of that and put it in here. So Fahrenheit will equal basically this equation. Okay, so we'll try that out and we'll double click here. So we enter a value, let's pick a value 32, we'll click OK, and you can see here that Fahrenheit has come back as 89.6. Now as a quick sort of ready reckoner, what you can do is you can take 32, double it, and add 32 as a quick way of seeing if you're in the right ballpark for this. Okay, so that's us, we've done that, we've created this and we want to save it. So we'll click save, and what we'll do is we'll save this as temp conversion, and we'll call it SEQ for sequence. And once we've saved that, that's us. In the next tutorial we'll see how to use an if statement.